like a fine wine, right? Is that how it works?
Alcohol has done something. There's no question.
But and then in the next breath, he's threatening your lease. Like,
you remember, when he was worried about with all the different broadcasters, he said, I named my dog Flyer. And I said, really? What are you going to name him next year?
Oh, man. Back to Iowa.
You have to have a thick skin, right?
Yeah. Timmy, now you guys have played your share of golf together. And I've golfed with Coatsy a few times, and it is a horrible experience.
Why?
Because you cannot stand over a putt and concentrate in any way, shape, or form when he's there just breaking your you-know-what the entire time because you're laughing the entire time. He's just – if you want to play golf and have any kind of serious score, you cannot play with Coatsy. I'm convinced.
I love playing golf with Coatsy, except for one thing. He usually beats my rear end.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, Jace, if I had known that you were upset about all the calamity around you while you're trying to play golf.
I'm trying to sink a putt over here. No, but that's the thing is Coatsy's presence. You always know when Coatsy's there. Now, Tim, I want you to tell the story about Coatsy on the airplane when he got over the PA system. When you guys were trying to land.
That's one of your favorite stories.
93.
I think they were trying to land
They were coming from Winnipeg, and they had black fog.
In San Jose, right?
Yeah.
And so he used to go
Winnipeg. We were coming, the last game of the year, coming from Winnipeg. There was black fog over the runway, and then you couldn't see a thing. And I used to sit with the pilots back in the day. You were allowed to.
Like next to them?
No, right in it's a jump seat.
Oh, okay.
Right
Okay.
It was a Boeing 737. So I was up there, and they come in, and they can't land because the runway's way to the right. They can't see it. So we got to go back up. So now, in the cockpit, there's two horns that go off. One is for altitude, and others for traffic. So now it's going traffic. So now we go back up. We rush back up. We miss the runway, and now we're going to come in again, and we miss the runway again. So the pilot says to the co-pilot, listen, third time, if I see it, I'll land it. If you see it, you land it. And I'm sitting there going, you're 2 feet apart. What are you doing?
And let me just interject. Once they pulled up twice in a dense fog, everybody's scared to death.
So I go out, and I didn't get on the mic. I got all the coaches and everything there in the front of the plane. And I came back out, and I said, I tried to land it. It didn't work. I'm going to let those guys do it now.
I tried to get it on the ground twice.
Yeah, twice I tried.
And half the players are going.
Out how the pilot and the co-pilot are looking, talking to each other. If you see it, you land it.
Yeah. But I imagine the players there in the locker room going, is he serious? Was he trying to land this thing? Some rookies in there going, what's going on up there?
I tried.
Yeah, unbelievable.
A lot of great stories. Oh, my goodness.
We've had some fun.
Oh, my. Yeah.
Oh.
That's they say this is work. This isn't work. This is just having a ball.
Well, Coatsy, that's the thing I said. I talked about you on the podcast today, and I said, the one thing about Coatsy is you can always sense your love of the game and the love of this organization. It's so apparent. Like, where did that start? The love of the game, we know where it started. You on the frozen ice and ponds up back home growing up, but man, it's like never waned for you.
It started the first time I came here in 1973 to training camp and being part of. You think in 1973, that's the first year that they won the cup, and I was in training camp, and they made everybody like those guys: Clark, Barber, Leach, Bernie. Bernie called me this morning. Bernie says I'm allowed to come and visit him down in Fort Lauderdale for maybe a half hour, and then I'll have to leave. So, but they treated everybody equally. In other words, as a rookie, I was coming out of college. I was just trying to catch on. I was a free agent. And I never got drafted. The closest I ever came to a draft was an open window. And that was it. And I was fortunate enough to stay. And then I became friendly with a lot of the guys. I came back here during the summers. And I just became a lover of the Philadelphia Flyers. They were great to us. great to me. And even in the minors, I always felt we were treated better in the minors by the Flyers than most teams got traded in the National Hockey League. So that's how it all happened. In '80, I had an opportunity. I used to imitate broadcasters. So I had the opportunity. Pete Silverman, who's left here to become vice president of Madison Square Garden Communications and Broadcast, he brought me on to do 30 games with radio with Gene Hart. What a way to start with Gene Hart. And I've only got better with Timmy. So I started with Gene, and now I'm finishing with Timmy.
There you go. There you go. Unreal. Well, we'll be looking for the book,
Coach.
Coach.
I write. Yeah. But the book I write will be in my dreams, because I could write a book. I'd have to wait for all my friends to die.
And it would be in crayon.
In crayon,
yeah.
yes.
Well, chapter 1, yeah, okay.
Well, you're definitely going to need a ghostwriter, and it would be a book that I would attempt to read.
I'm not writing a book. I'm going to tell you that right now. There'll be no books.
How about an audio book?
No. Well, now you're saying that I can't print?
But congratulations to both of you. 43 years for you, Coatsy. 25 for Tim Saunders. You guys haven't killed each other. That's a feat unto itself. So enjoy this game today against a team that you're both connected to in a lot of ways. So stay tuned.
Guys, thank you very, very much for your kind
You're welcome.
words. And, you talk about, not killing each other. One thing about this job is we spend with more time with each other than we do our families. So it's good news that we are like that. And it's also good news that we can get away from our wives.
That's why I call them Honey.
Well, stay tuned. Honey and
something else.
Something.
Cutie Pie. Cutie Pie.
So your pet name for Tim is Cutie Pie. Okay. Honey and Cutie Pie coming up with the countdown to face off, followed by all the first period action between the Flyers and the Red Wings. You'll be listening to Flyers Game Day, brought to you by Betway on the Flyers Broadcast Network.
You are listening to 97.5 The Fanatic Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Now, it's time for Philadelphia Flyers